T.J. Dudley, newest addition to Clemson's 2022 class. You announced your decision on signing day over Texas, Oregon. Clemson was able to come out on top. Why did they come out on top for you?
Yes, sir. Coach Sweeney played a big part in my recruitment. I mean, since my sophomore year when I first been on the visit, he was the same genuine guy. He loves and cares about his players. And then Coach Wes, the new defensive coordinator, he reached out to me as soon as he got it. So he also played a big part in him just talking to me about how he's going to use me in the film room and showing my versatility was a big part.
Talk to me about Coach Wes. You know, he got promoted to Clemson's defensive coordinator in December. Not a lot of people know much about him. Who is he as both a coach and a recruiter?
As a coach, I mean, he has a lot of experience under his belt. He knows exactly what he's talking about, and we've talked plenty of times about how he's going to show my versatility on film and how I can come off the edge, cover, play in the box, and do multiple things. And as a recruiter, he's a great recruiter. I mean, I talk to him every day. We have a great relationship, and once I first met him, we built off that, and now he's like my best friend.
Now, Coach West came down to Montgomery for a restaurant visit. You all went to Firebird's restaurant. You and Colin were there. Talk to me a little bit about that experience with him and Coach Mike Reed and Mickey Kahn.
Yeah, so I mean, honestly, I had a great experience. I mean, getting to talk to him, meeting him in person, just laying eyes on him and him laying eyes on me, and just talking ball with him and my parents, and then talking ball after life and the education part of Clemson and things like that. So I had a great time.
What about the conversations with Coach Reed and Coach Kahn during those visits?
Yes, sir. Also, I had a great conversation with them because I've known them when I went on my first visit my sophomore year. So I just rekindled the connection I had with them, just talk more ball with them and just see how they were doing, ask me how I was doing and things like that.
Let's talk about how this process went down in terms of Clemson picking up contact with you. They offered you shortly after your sophomore year ended, June 2020. Then, you know, contact kind of stopped a little bit for a couple of months, but picked back up in this past December. Why was Clemson able to get it back into the mix despite, you know, contact stopping just a little bit? One
is the type of program Clemson is. Clemson is a top tier program. I mean, from education to sports, it's top tier. So that's one of the reasons. And then like I said, the connection with coaches and the way they reached out to me and made me important again was a huge part.
How much did your teammate, Kylan Griffin, committing to Clemson a little bit before signing day, how much did that play a role in your decision?
It played it shouldn't have, but it played a huge role. I mean, growing up playing against Kylan, City League and middle school, to get into high school with them and playing with them all 4 years, I mean, we had a connection that's unbreakable, and he's my guy. And when he committed to Clemson, it helped me pick my choice out a little bit easier.
How excited are you to join not only him, but the rest of that 2022 class? What do you think you all can do at the next level?
Honestly, I think we could be great at the next level. I got a good relationship with a lot of the guys, and I'm added to the group chat with them, and we talk a lot. So I think we're going to do something great.
What was their reaction to you joining the class? What did they have to say to you?
They were all excited. I mean, some of the guys I didn't even know, and once I had locked it in, I had texted them, reached out to them. Some of them reached out to me, and we just had built a relationship from there.
What about the coaching staff? What did they say to you? Coach West, Coach Sweeney, what were they saying in reaction to you?
I called him off guard. He thought I was calling him about something else, and then I talked to him for a little bit. Then I finally came out and told him, and he was excited on the phone. And then with Coach Sweeney was actually playing basketball in the gym. So when I called him, he didn't answer. Then he called me like an hour later when he finished, and he was still in the gym. And I called him, and you could see the excitement on his face, and it made me even more excited.
Now, how does Clemson plan on utilizing you at the next level? Do they know specifically what role they want you at?
Not specifically a role, but morally it's them showing my versatility because they know I can cover, I can come off the edge, I can play in the box, and that I can play any linebacker position. All four of them I can play, so either or, I'm fine with either.
Your coach said the biggest adjustment for you is just deciding what you want to do. You know, you want to play safety, you want to play linebacker, you want to play everywhere on the field. Sir. Where do you feel the most comfortable at, TJ?
I wouldn't say I have any more comfort at one position than the other one. I just like defense and I like playing ball. So I feel like I'll be great anywhere I put my mind to, any position they pick me at. So I think I'll be fine.
Talk to me about your skill set. Like, what do you bring to the table? You don't have to be humble here, man. Just lay it all out there. You know, what do you bring to the table, and why are so many programs after you?
One, my versatility. Also, I'm a great kid in general as far as education-wise. I'm a great, respectful young man. And then on the field, it's different. I mean, I'm different. I can cover, I can do everything on the field, and I can play hard-nosed football, and it's different.
Now, speaking of different, I think that's how Kylan, that's the word Kylan used to describe Clemson. What would you use to describe the program?
I'd say different as well. I mean, he hit it on the head right there. It's different. It's different. Like I said, Coach Sweeney and the way he goes about things is just different, such as him not taking players from a transfer portal unless he ultimately needs them. And, like, the whole offer situation where they don't offer you until the end of your sophomore year, like, they let you complete years. It's just, they go about things differently there, and their outcome is still the same. They still have top-tier programs. They're competing for a title every year, so it's different.
So you mentioned Clemson's unwillingness necessarily to take transfer portal players unless they need to.
Yes, sir.
They wait until after your sophomore year to offer you. Some recruits have kind of criticized this policy. What do you think about it?
Honestly, I'm very fine with it. I mean, I had no problem with it when they told me my freshman, or my sophomore year. When they actually told me that, I had no problem with waiting it out and seeing how things would go then. And once the time period came where they started offering them, I got the offer the first day they started offering the people in class 2022 class. So, I mean, I had no problem with it, and it just shows about how they go about different things, and it's good.
What do you think about the future of the program? Look, some people are down on them after the 10-3 year. Kylan actually believes that's a good thing in terms of the standard that Clemson holds itself to. What do you think about the future of the Tigers?
Definitely. I feel like it's going up even more, honestly. Their quote-unquote bad season was a 10-win season, and a lot of people slept on them. So, honestly, that should just make me and all the other guys on the Clemson staff and team even more hungry to come show the world.
What are your personal expectations for your freshman season?
Of course, try to get on the field, and that's any position, regardless if it's special teams or I'm actually starting at linebacker or wherever they need me at to play, I'm playing. I'm going to give my 100% effort all the time.
Kylan says he wants to win 4 or 5 championships at Clemson. What's your goal?
Yes, sir. Definitely win some national championships. I mean, I feel like I'm in a great position at a great school where it's possible, and all we have to do now is just go do it and put in the work.
Last thing, you can have a message for Clemson's fan base. What would it be?
You're getting an excited young man who's going to give his effort 100% of the time, and I thank y'all for all the support, and I'm looking forward to be a Tiger.
T.J. Dudley, 2022 linebacker out of Montgomery, Alabama. Congratulations on your commitment to Clemson.
Yes, sir. Thank you.